I'm on the Bionema stand and I'm with Minshad Ansari, CEO.
Welcome.
Yes, and every time we come onto the stand there's new things, new exciting things.
Yeah.
And this occasion is no different. So we're standing in front of a poster telling us about, well, you tell us all about it, Minshad.
Yes, so this time we are launching NEMA Gen. Can be used in horticulture, forestry and agriculture as well. The more beauty this time is that these are the native species. They're isolated from the Wales forest. And those are very much willing to work in the cold environment rather than very high temperature and others. So if I go in technical, that will be too technical. But these guys have a temperature range. So some can work below 8 degrees centigrade, some can work 12 degrees centigrade. So it's very important the selection of the nematodes.
That's indigenous nematodes.
Indigenous and the selection so that you can target your chafer grubs, which has been a serious problem until now after removal of the chlorpyrifos, and the problem is still massive damage they are causing, and the chafer grubs population is increasing. So before we had only Welsh chafer, but now we have seen that Melolantha is one of the European cockchafer. It's also known as May beetles are coming in Gulf Coast and they are devastating the turf. And again, these are some of the solutions are there where greenkeepers or a sportsman, they can use it and they can basically get rid of those pests are causing their nightmares.
Because as I say, with the European regulation taking so much product out of the market, you guys are there trying to fill those gaps.
Well, I think that's where the Bionema comes. We are a technology developer, so the Biocontrol technology developer, and our aims and objective is to bring a new technology in the market. And those then technology will be taken by our strategic partners, they will market it. So we are not physically marketing, we are just developing a new technology. And as you mentioned, the European Union wants to reduce 50% chemical pesticide by 2030. We must be thinking is very serious. Today, we have a very limited product in the market.
Is there a case for saying that nowadays you can develop things and research things much quicker, speeding those processes up?
Absolutely. Due to the technology, the research can be done very quickly, but in terms of the regulation, are not so fast. So even though we do research, we have to wait for regulation, the product registration. And post-Brexit, we have not made any improvement. So it's a very serious problem for greenkeepers and sportsmen. They are the one who are the culprits, not getting a product immediate to the market. It's a serious problem. When I meet the greenkeepers coming to the 6 o'clock, they're trying their best, but the products are not basically registered, so they can't use it.
What can be done to speed the process up? Can pressure be put on the authorities, the regulators?
So I'm also founder and chairman of the World Bioproduction Forum, a organization who is campaigning for regulatory reform in the UK post-Brexit. So we have already started. We had a meeting on the Westminster. We had a discussion with the DEFRA, and we do have some positive response coming from there. So we are looking for some change in a national action plan, which is already delayed significantly, but the next deadline, I think, is in May, so we will see something there. But my appeal is that the regulation need to be softened so that industry can bring a product which can fill the gaps in the market.
Were they aware of that it existed, the regulators?
We were very hopeful after post-Brexit because European Union is still have a long timeline. And we thought that let's have a campaign and liaise with the DEFRA and other. I would say a little bit, not a lot. There is still very much cutting and pasting the regulation. So they have to have their own regulations. If that's not there, then we will be just seeing the same type of the regulation in the EU, which is not benefiting our economy, is not benefiting our local businesses, and those are the really suffering.
Yeah, people see their issue, they don't see the wider picture.
No.
Unfortunately, it's people like you and Bionema who are helping to resolve it. If the shackles were taken off, it would make it so much easier.
Yeah, I mean, my academia research 15 years, I jump in the business without knowing anything. But in last 10 years, I have worked like the doubling, like 20 years. And all my efforts is to bring the product which can be used. So the farmers, growers, greenkeepers have a tools which they can use it.
Well, good luck in 2025 and beyond. I know if anybody can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much.